Hey y'all, and welcome. So today we are going to be taking a look at the Virpil Link tool. For those that haven't heard of the Virpil Link tool, what this does is it lets you add games like DCS, Flight Simulator, um, I think Prepared 3, uh, Elite Dangerous, IL, all those games you can actually tie the LED lights and what's going on in the game. So if you have caution lights or landing gear lights, it ties those into your control panel LEDs. So it's a very intuitive piece of software that the team at Virpil has come up with. And in this video, I'm going to take you through step by step on how to get that set up. We will be focusing on the landing gear today. So if you follow these steps exactly, within DCS, then you should have your landing gear lights working as well. So stay tuned and we'll get started. Okay, so for step one, we have to download the software. Now the software is not directly on Virpil's like software suite. So this isn't part of the VPC suite. As far as setting your controls up and stuff like that, this is a completely different software. So just if you just Google search or search Virpil Link tool, this is what you'll be presented with. So this is taking us directly over to the Virpil forums. I will also leave a link down below that will take you to this same forum. In here you can find a lot of good information. Now this has been in development since back in November 16th, 2020. So going on a year and a half now. It's late July 2022. And you can see just all the different steps they have here, all your LED lights numbered and everything. So for your different control panels, that actually helps out quite a bit because so you're not trying to look for lights. And there's a lot of back and forth with the community, a lot of people helping each other out. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to jump to the last page. And right here's the latest version, a straight link to the link tool. So I will also put this link down below so you can just download it directly. Now, this is a the software has been brought to us from Virpil. These are the support guys over at Virpil. They've created this software and worked with the community, so it is a safe download. So we will just download it, and we're going to go ahead and click Open File. Yes. English. Next. Next. Install. And this installs just like any of other Virpil software. And we'll go ahead and launch it. And we'll close this out. So now this is what you'll be presented with. So this is where we set up all of the different arguments, which I'll go over arguments and what all that means in just a minute. But as far as finishing setup, there's a few more things we need to do before we can set up our arguments and stuff. So we're going to go to Options, turn off the debug mode. By turning off the debug mode, you won't get a separate window basically that comes up to show you that everything's working. If you're not getting any arguments or anything showing up, then I would turn this back on to see what's going on. So we can go ahead and close that. And then after turning off debug mode, you will want to restart it. So we'll just close it out and restart it. Okay, and now we're going to go down to Device Profile Generator. We're going to start with my KA50 panel. I'm just going to set up a couple panels here. All we have to do is go to USB joystick. If you are running a panel by itself with no slave devices, you just do USB joystick, and then we'll select my KA50. The command, it's a panel and throttle. There are 10 LEDs on this, so you have to tell it 10 LEDs. And you can set a picture if you want. Yep, KA50, so we can open that and generate profile. Now that it's restarted, we can see that we have our Okay, A50 panels set up. You can see all the black squares. These, this is what the LEDs are. Now let's jump over, and I'm going to do the same thing for my throttle and control panel 2. So this is actually, my throttle is slave to my control panel 2. So we're going to click slave and then device. We're going to select throttle, command, panels and throttles. There are 6 LEDs on here. You can set a picture up. Okay. Title, this is my control panel 2. So I'm just going to put in CP2. We'll grab the picture for that. Pictures aren't necessary, but kind of helps to go in. And we can see here we have 17 LEDs on this one. So we're going to go 17. Command is slave. Okay, so joystick, out slave, left throttle, panel throttle, 6 LEDs, slave, 17 LEDs, generate profile. Now that it's restarted, you can see we have all of these ones as well. So that now we have our Virpil devices set up and ready to go. We'll just walk through the last one here, and I'm going to do joystick, select device, control panel 1, command, grip throttle. I believe there's 12 on this one. Control panel 1. Yep, there are 12 LEDs. So control panel 1, done. Generate profile. I've generated a profile for all my devices except my Warbird stick, which I don't need it for that. So now we are done setting up all of our Virpil panels. Now what we're going to do is we have to set up so that it can pull the scripts from DCS. So this is pretty simple. You're going to go deploy DCS world script. You're going to navigate to wherever your saved games are. In most cases, they should be under C drive, users, then your name. Then you'll scroll down to saved games, DCS open beta, and you're going to look for the scripts folder. If you do not have a scripts folder, you will right click and create a new folder, and then just make sure to name that scripts, just like this right here. So we don't need this one, I already have it. And we will go into there, and we're going to click select folder, and then do this for all current items. Yes. Okay. So now you can see down here DCS world script deployed. So now whenever we run anything in DCS, it should pick it up. Now what we need to do is go in and select a profile. So navigate to that same folder, C drive, users. For me, it's John, saved games, DCS, scripts. Now we're going to go into hooks, VPC, and you're going to see a planes example and a planes. What we want to do is, if you go into planes example, this is all examples and templates of planes that are already being set up. People have already gone in and they've worked on. For us, I'm going to be doing this on the A10C2, and let's go ahead and do it on the F18 also. So let's grab both of those. You're going to copy them, and then you're going to paste them in the planes folder. So you will copy from the examples and paste in the planes. This is what the actual Virpil controls sees. It does not see all the examples. Okay, so now we have those. We can close this out. So now that we have all of our panels set up, we have our scripts done, we've gone into our files and folders and added the aircraft. We're going to go ahead and restart it. So just click the close and then just reload. All right, now we're back in. So what we want to do is go over here. We're going to select DCS World. Okay, so DCS World is now selected, and we just got to make this a little larger, and we'll click Start. So this is now running. You can see Link tool has started. There's still no arguments or anything. Nothing will show up until we actually load DCS. So let's get DCS going. Okay, now we have DCS loaded up. Just gonna jump over here to instant action. Let's grab the ASIN A10C2 and do a free flight. All right, so now if we go over here, we can see all the arguments. So it's kind of nice. Anything you have your different values. If we scroll down here, we can see like our altitude. We can see our above sea level, angle of attack, current course, indicated airspeed, chaff flare, true speed. So you can see all this information here. And you can add to this if you would like. I honestly don't know how to do that yet, but this is a great starting point for anyone. So let's jump straight into how to set our LEDs up now that we have arguments. So the arguments, this is what Windows sees. So if we go down here to nose gear, we put our gear down. Try that again here. As soon as this light comes on, the nose wheel light comes on, this value changes to 1. And as soon as the gear goes back up and the light turns off, it changes to 0. So everything works off of values. And you can see the gears going up right here. It shows actually where the gear is. So we're going to add rule, double click. Enable rule type is going to be argument. The device is going to be the control panel 2. LED we want steady. LED number, it's only showing 6 LEDs. Even though I selected control panel 2, right? Throttle. Control panel 2. Cancel. So let's go in and redo this again real quick. I've had to do this a few times. Sometimes it doesn't pick it up the first time, so we're just gonna redo it real quick. Let it reload. And now we'll see how well it works. So now let's see if it works. Add rule. There we go. Now it's working. So sometimes you have to go in and just do the device profile again and stuff. It's kind of finicky, but you'll get it to work. And we're doing the nose wheel first. So we're going to do LED number 9 is the nose wheel. We want it to be green. We'll do a bright green. And then we have to select argument, the condition. So what you have to do is you're going to go down to nose wheel, nose gear. So you have to copy the argument. So this has to be spelled exactly the same as in here. If it's spelled different, it won't work. So we're going to do equal value. You can have equal, less, more, not equal. So we're going to do equal to 1, save. And now we're going to go to the left gear and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go add rule and LED number. So we're going to do the left gear, which is LED 8. We want it bright green. Make sure it's clicked enabled. Add condition. We're going to copy and paste, copy argument, paste, equal to 1. Save. And then we're going to do one more for the right gear. So we're going to find right gear, copy argument, get that a little out of order. So steady, LED number 10 on this one, and we want it bright green, and save. Okay, now you have to click restart so that it starts reading what DCS is saying again. So now if we go gear, And we watch for the lights down here in the bottom left. As they come on in here. If we go gear back up, they turn off. Now these stay on. So to get these to turn off, it's real simple. We can see that these now have arguments or the values are 0. So we have to go in, we have to add rules. And we're going to tell it steady no, LED 10, black, that's fine, add condition. We're going to select the right gear because this is for the LED 10. And we're going to tell it 0, save. Let's add rule. And now we can go to add condition. This will be this is LED 9 we're going to go with next. So if we do 9 is nose gear. We will copy, paste, 0, save. And then we're going to do one more for the right gear. Add rule. And this is going to be for number 8. We want it to turn off. Add condition. We got to go to left gear. Copy. Paste. And 0. Save. So now if we restart, you can see they just turned off because all the values are showing 0. Now if we go in, we put our gear down, watch for the green lights down here on the left, and there you go, 1, 2, and 3. You can also see them turn on over here, and then we're going to go gear up, and now they all just turned off with these. So that's how you get it to work on the A10C. So now I'm going to jump over to the F18 and we'll do the same thing. So one thing I want to note, make sure you save your profile once you build them, because as soon as you jump out and back in, they'll be gone. So just make sure to save, because you don't want to do all that work and then jump back in and see that everything is gone. You still have all your arguments. It still connects to your proper jet and everything else, but all your arguments will be gone. So to do that, you just come up and save profile, and you can save it like file name right here as the F18 Hornet LED, save, and OK. So I just wanted to add that in. I just jumped back in, noticed everything was gone. So make sure to save. Okay, so now here we are in the F18. I actually better speed up a little bit. I'm losing a lot of speed here. And I'm going to just pause it real quick. Our gear is currently down, so you can see nose, left, and right. Over here, we can see on our list, we have the left gear showing a value of 1. This is our nose gear, value of 1, and our right gear. So we now need to create arguments for these. These arguments here are for the A10, so we have to create new rules. So we're going to go off argument, and it's just the same steps all over again. So LED number 8, we'll start with 8. We want it green. We want to add a comment. It's always good to put a comment in these. That way you understand what they are. You know if you're working with what jet, because there'll be a lot of arguments in here by the time you get done. So F18 right gear. Whoa. So there's that. We have the CP2 slave. I'm gonna add the condition again of the right gear first. So let's go down to right, copy, paste, and 1. Right gear on, save. Now you can copy these. So if we want copy, instead of redoing everything, we can do F18 nose. Just change the nose. And then you have your LED color. So we can just change this to 9. And then we will just delete this out and change it to the nose. Copy, paste. This makes it go just a little bit quicker. And right here you can see the comments. We didn't do that on the the A10, but that's okay. And we'll add one more. You can just go through it. So steady LED number 10. And green comment F18. Left gear on. And add condition. So now we're going to grab the left, copy argument, paste, 1, save. So there's all of the deals so that the gear can go on. And then we have to now set them all up to where they turn off. So I'm just going to go through. This is the same as before. We'll just change this to LED 8. Turn that off, add condition. This will be right. Copy. Paste 0. Save. And we'll copy this and change this to nose. Copy. Paste. And F18. Nose. Off. And save. And copy one more time to get this last one, which is LED number 10. And we're going to delete this out. And this is for the left-hand gear. Copy, paste, and save. Now if we start back up, then we can see that they're all active. And we'll unpause. We're going to put the gear up. See, they turned off there, turned off there. Oh, I missed the middle one. Oh, we have two LED 8s. We need to change this one to 9. Easy fix. Save. Start. There we go. Now if we go gear down, as soon as they light back up down here, we'll see them again over here. There you go. So I hope this helps everyone out, and you can go in and set up so many more lights. So for instance, if we do a, let me pull up a little bit here before I crash. You want to do your master caution lights. So master caution shows 0 here, but we can show like, oh, we'll show, actually let's do air to air. So let's go over here. What I want to do is turn on air to air and pause. I found if you actually activate the button, it's a little easier to find it over here. So we want to look for value 1, air to air right here, very top. So if we go copy argument, and then we're gonna add a rule. We want this to turn the air to air on our LEDs, which this is LED number 1 for the air to air on this. I want it to be white. Add condition. Paste. When this is a value of 0, save. And then we're going to copy this. And I want it to be green if this is a value of 1. Or, yeah, we'll go red. Value of 1, let's turn it red. Okay, so save. Now we can see our air to air is on. Air to air is showing on here. If we turn air to air off, oh, okay, so don't forget hit start. If you don't hit start, it won't work. Okay, now if we turn air to air off, you can see the air to air just goes to just a white light being on. So air to air on. So if we had our button, let me just map that real quick. Okay, so now we have our air to air activated here. I can go air to air, on, off. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've been trying for a long time to get it figured out. I've been trying for about a year, and I had a lot of problems, but with this new edition they came out with, they made it really simple, and everything seems to be working really well. So give it a shot. It really makes everything a lot more interactive and intuitive. So I hope this video helped you out. I hope you all are excited about this one. Sorry I don't have a bunch of excitement in my voice. I've been pretty sick, but I'll catch you all in the next one.